everyone. Welcome to the second series of our live public forum, part of the National Eye Health Awareness Campaign organized by the Association of Malaysian Optometrists. For those of you who joined us last week, welcome back. And for those of you who missed last week's forum about children under lockdown, you can watch it again in AMO Facebook page or our YouTube channel. Today, as with our digital era, we will be sharing about the topic digital eye strain. I'm Anna, I'm the moderator for today's session. As we know, a lot of children are still going online classes, and even the piano classes or the ballet classes are all online. Adults are working from home, or even if you're back in the office, you might be still facing a screen. Not just us, but our parents or grandparents who can't have their drink with their friends in kopitiam every day are also spending more time in front of the screen. So in this digital age, we are more connected in more than we used to. So on top of that, this pandemic and home confinement have definitely changed the way we are dependent on our digital devices, our gadget, especially our mobile phones. So all this screen time could definitely affect us in one way or another, especially our little eyes, which needs tender loving care. But today, you are in luck because we will be sharing with you about how to protect our eyes from digital eye strain. So this evening, we will learn about it, learn how to protect, prevent, preserve, and also prioritize our eyes, especially during this digital era. So ladies and gentlemen, today we are honored to have a group of experienced speakers to share with us about this topic. So first of all, we have Mariam Jamila. She's a primary eye care optometrist who has been practicing for 10 years and counting. Previously, she works in UITM Clinic, KKM Hospital, and she's also a mother of two. Hi, Mariam.
Hi, thank you for watching and for inviting me.
Thanks, Mariam. And secondly, we have Clarissa Yo speaking to us all the way from Singapore. She's an optometrist and currently Education and Professional Services Manager at Asilo Amira. Prior to Asilo, she had nearly 8 years of experience as clinical optometrist in a private eye clinic. She's an advocate for eye care education and wishes to bridge the gap and promote eye care awareness. Hi, Clarissa.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me today, and I hope that you will learn more about digital eye strain and its solutions as well.
Thanks, Clarissa. And finally, we also have a special guest, Jacinta Lim. She is a senior physiotherapist who has been practicing for more than 13 years and counting. And she is speaking to you all the way from Kuching, which is where I'm from as well. She attends to various conditions such as neck and back problems, joint pain, post-spinal operations, as well as sports injuries. Hi, Jacinta.
Hello, Anna. Thanks for having me. I look forward to share some tips with all of you tonight.
Thanks to our speakers. I'm so glad to have all of you here today to share with us your valuable insight. So now that the usage of gadget has become an important part of our life, I believe many of you, when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you reach would be your mobile phone. So that is when our life has depended on it very, very much. So first of all, it is really important to know about our eyes and also know how to protect them. So as digital eye strain, or commonly referred previously as computer vision syndrome, is getting more and more common. So Mariam, would you like to share with us what actually is digital eye strain? Apa itu digital eye strain? Would you mind to share with us, Mariam?
Oh yes, thank you Anna. Okay, digital eye strain adalah tanda-tanda keletihan pada mata dan penglihatan akibat penggunaan alat-alat digital secara berterusan. Okey, kita bagi contohnya seperti kalau kita berjalan kan, sebab mata adalah organ sama macam tangan dengan kaki lah. So kalau kita berjalan 10 minit okey lagi, 20 minit still okey. Tapi apa akan jadi kalau kita berjalan 1 jam tanpa henti, 2 jam tanpa henti, kita akan rasa kaki tu penat lah, getar dan rasa macam nak rehat kan. Sama juga macam mata, bila kita gunakan mata untuk tengok alat-alat digital macam handphone, laptop, iPad semua, mata kita akan lebih cepat penat dan dia akan dia akan tunjukkan rasa penat tu dengan bagi simptom-simptom macam mata merah, letih, penat dan lain-lain lah.
Alright. Thank you, Mariam. So, we understand that digital eye strain bukan saja keletihan mata. It's actually, a group of symptoms that causes digital eye strain. And I agree with Mariam says that, some actions may look very simple as just like when we're looking at the screen now, but if we continuously do it and it causes digital eye strain, it's just like when you run for a long period of time compared to if you run for just 2 minutes. Okay, so moving on about digital eye strain, Clarissa, would you like to share with us what is the current situation about the usage of digital devices and what would be the people's behavior, especially during this pandemic?
Yes, of course. And in our world of heavy digital device use, we are getting more tech savvy, and focusing needs now vary from holding our phones at 33 centimeters to having our laptops at 63 centimeters to having the need to see far behind as well. And these changed viewing behaviors are caused by excessive use of not one but multiple digital devices and frequently changing between them and holding at different distances as well. And all these have shown to cause symptoms of digital eye strain.
Right. I agree with you, Clarissa, because as I remember, the first screen that I was seeing when I was younger, it was the television, which was bigger.
Yeah.
And after that, the distances moved nearer. Then we have the computer. Then it got nearer with the laptop, tablet, mobile phones. And some of you may have smartwatch as well. So the screen got smaller, distances got nearer, and the font size definitely got smaller as well. So our visual demand is increasing over the time. And like Clarissa has mentioned, we have multiple devices, some not just one screen, 2, 3, or even from your phone and so on. So that is when our visual demand is really, really high right now. It's not just now, but it will continue. So let's listen to Mariam. Would you like to share, elaborate a little bit more? What would be the symptoms of digital eye strain, and how and when, for example, when we have these symptoms, then we'll know, okay, actually we need to find a solution for it. So Mariam, would you like to share with us what would be the symptoms of digital eye strain?
Okay, thank you Anna, of course. Okay, so banyak yang datang dekat praktis lah. So first, dia mengadu bila dia buat kerja terlampau lama, dia akan rasa macam mata kering dan tak selesa. Lepas tu mata macam cepat penat dan susah nak fokus. Bila tengok lama-lama, skrin tu akan jadi kabur dan dia terpaksa pejam mata dan rehat sekejap baru dia akan clear balik lah. Mata terasa letih, gatal, merah dan berair dan kadang-kadang terlampau sensitif pada cahaya. Bila nak tengok cahaya pun terpaksa kecilkan mata sangat-sangat lah. Dan dia boleh up to sakit kepala, leher dan bahu.
Right. So it's not just about the eyes, it could also extend to our leher and bahu. Okay, so this when it is a group of condition. It's not just about the eye, it is one linked to another and another, like domino effect, right?
Yes.
So I believe it's not just we don't get all at one. And when you mentioned about the symptom, I believe I myself may have experienced some of it, like tiredness towards the end of the day, dry eyes, and perhaps among some of you who are listening, who are joining us today, may feel it. So if you do feel dry eyes or if you feel tired, feel free to comment, or if you have any questions, feel free to drop us a question down there. All right. And so moving on, since Mariam talked about those discomfort from the neck and shoulder, Jacinta, right now, I believe with the increasing usage of digital devices as well as our sedentary lifestyle, we don't move a lot. We just stuck to our chair, could be from morning to evening. So that is where I believe you may have seen a different trend or a different situation right now as a physiotherapist. So what are your thoughts and what do you think is happening at the moment since the pandemic especially?
Now, the new norm is such that adults are working longer hours at home in front of the computer, the laptop, and some are just using their small devices. And children, they are also sitting very long hours in front of the laptop for virtual classroom. So both of these group actually they experience neck and shoulder pain. It become very common amongst both the age populations. Some of them even develop back pain due to prolonged sitting. And you might be surprised to find that the neck and back pain issue affect children as young as early primary due to virtual classroom.
Wow, even as young as primary, like school children, they get back and neck pain. This is something that we never thought. We
Yeah.
usually link to, like aging, then I have pain, but actually no, it's because of the current situation. They have more online classes, they stuck to their chair. So that's when they get more of this pain. It's affecting not just adults, but children as well. So it is something very fresh. We never thought about it, but it is really happening at the moment. Okay, so Mariam, because of all this digital eye strain, what do you think? What would be the causes? What are the main causes and factor that is related to digital eye strain? So that we know, how are we going to avoid all these root causes, and in order to prevent it. So Mariam, would you like to share with us what would be the causes of it?
Okay. Yes, tadi macam awal-awal saya bagi contoh kita berjalan kan. So kalau kita berjalan lama kita akan dapat penat yang cepat lah. So bila kita melihat pada digital punya alat compare dengan kita lihat apa printed punya alat, kita boleh cakap printed punya alat-alat yang kita print ni ataupun buku, bila kita baca lama dia macam kita berjalan dekat tanah yang landai. Dan untuk alat-alat digital ni macam kita berjalan mendaki bukit, maksudnya kita akan lebih penat dengan cepat lah kalau kita mendaki bukit compare dengan jalan yang landai, betul kan? Okay, so kenapa bila dengan digital X-ray ni mata kita lebih double bekerja daripada kita baca buku biasa? Sebab satu, keadaan skrin tu yang glare sendiri. Bila dia glare, kita perlukan usaha yang banyak lah untuk kita fokus. Jadi dia put burden untuk mata kita. Yang kedua, pencahayaan yang tidak bagus. Terlampau terang atau terlampau gelap sangat pun sama. Kedudukan yang tidak ergonomik, jarak yang tidak optimum, terlampau dekat ataupun terlampau jauh. Biasanya terlampau dekat lah, jarang tengok jauh tu kan. Lepas tu yang paling utama adalah rabun yang tidak dibetulkan. Sebab sekarang banyak parents yang dia suka beli anti blue light punya cermin mata, especially online, tanpa check mata yang proper lah untuk anak-anak. Jadi dia jadi license untuk okay, you boleh tengok selama mana because you have protection on your eyes. Tapi dia tak check pun mata anak dia betul-betul, dan gabungan beberapa sebab di atas pun antara faktor-faktor untuk jadi digital X-ray.
Thank you, Mariam. So yes, I believe it is, the lighting. I hope I am at the right lighting. It's bright enough, and I don't speak to you with my screen bright in a dark room. So ladies and gentlemen, never ever read your phone with your lights switched off. So that is not a good thing, as shared by Mariam, as well as we would like to walk more instead of climbing, because climbing is really tired. So that is where we have to avoid some of these root causes of what is causing digital eye strain. So I've learned something new as well as another thing is not just about the screen, the lighting, but also ergonomics. Ergonomics, that means how are we going to adjust our work desk in order to have a more desirable working condition, not just for working adults, but for children as well. And remember, I know we all have spinal, so we have to sit up and not lying down. But let the expert talk to you more about it. So Jacinta, would you like to share with us what would be the ideal visual ergonomics to prevent any sort of muscle pain? Yeah.
Well, we'll normally advise both parents and children, not only children, because parents are also working from home. They should first check their workstations or school desks at home ergonomics to optimize their working or studying environment. So if you look at this photo, So you can look up this photo online, or there are also other guidelines online. Basically, the first thing you should look at is adjust the chair height so that your knee is about in 90 degrees, your feet are on the floor. Secondly, you'll be looking at the back, so you should sit all the way backward to have your back supported by the backrest, the back support of the chair. And if you look at how the arm is positioned in the photo, your arm should be supported on the table when you type. So the other point that you should be looking at, which is very relevant to today, what we are talking about, your visual ergonomic is screen height. So ideally, the screen height it should fall around your eye. It should be around your eye level, and ideally like 18 to 24 inches away. If you need to adjust it, you can actually elevate it with book or shoebox to make it as close to this ideal position as possible. But, an important point to remember, what we always advise parents is parents and children, you should always get up and move about after sitting for 20 to 30 minutes. That's also a part of good ergonomic at work or studying online if you're sitting for long hours.
Wow, okay. So I have to, after what Jacinta has shared, I have to keep reminding myself, I have to sit all the way back to the back of the chair. I myself, I have the very bad habit of slouching. So at the end of the day, I get, muscle pain. So we have learned something new from Jacinta today. So it is not just about the eyes, but our muscles as well. So Jacinta mentioned about, we have to move around after 20 to 30 minutes. And how about Mariam? Do you have any advice, or what would be the solution to digital eye strain?
Okay, first tolong dapatkan pemeriksaan mata daripada optometris. So bila kita dapatkan pemeriksaan mata daripada optometris, kita bukan pick up digital eye strain je, tapi banyak benda kita boleh pick up lah. Mungkin you ada masalah binocular atau lain-lain lah. So masalah kecil-kecil yang tak dibetul tu akan menyebabkan digital eye strain tu bertambah lebih teruk. Yang kedua, 2020 rules yang mana yang dah dengar minggu lepas, I believe dah dengar 2020 rules, maksudnya each 20 minutes you buat kerja, you kena rehat 20 second, pandang 20 feet, pandang jauh lah. Jangan lepas buat kerja dan ambil handphone tengok cerita Korea, no. You kena tengok jauh, rehatkan mata. Jarak screen yang ideal sampai kita boleh high five dengan screen. So satu tangan ni. So bila you boleh high five dengan screen tu adalah jarak screen yang ideal lah. Okay, then besarkan font. Tulisan tu besarkan sebab tulisan yang kecil akan tinggikan visual demand. So mata akan lebih cepat penat lah. Adjust brightness, kurangkan glare daripada persekitaran. Contoh macam kalau laptop letak tepi tingkap kan dia akan lebih glare kan. So tutup langsir. Tapi jangan terlampau gelap sangat. Untuk kurangkan glare sahaja. Okey, kelip mata selalu, itu selalu orang lupa. Mengikut kajian, kalau kita bercerita atau bersembang macam ni, kita akan kelip mata dalam 20 kali setiap 1 minit. Tapi bila kita buat kerja dekat, membaca ataupun tengok alat-alat digital, kita akan kelip sebanyak 4 kali sahaja seminit. So sangat-sangat kurang. Dan bila kita kurang kelip mata, kita akan sebabkan dry eyes. Rehat, kalau kita dah buat kerja lebih daripada 2 jam, ambil masa 15 minit untuk rehat. Tengok jauh untuk resetkan balik mata kita. Boleh gunakan artificial tears kalau terasa mata sangat-sangat kering dan pedih. In fact, mata berair pun adalah salah satu tanda yang mata kita kering. Okay. Dan dapatkan cermin mata dengan prescription yang betul. Bila jumpa optometris, kita boleh suggestkan untuk dapatkan mungkin ada anti-blue light ataupun cermin mata anti-fatigue, which is yang sangat-sangat membantu. Anna?
Okay, thanks, Mariam. So that is a list of solutions of what we want to do, because digital eye strain is just not one issue, but a group of issues. Okay, so Mariam has also mentioned about, it is really important to get your eyes checked by optometrists. Maybe your digital eye strain could be even reduced if you have, say, binocular vision problem. That is, the alignment of your eye is not that good. There could be something that the optometrist can do, vision therapy or some sort of lenses to help to sort the issue first. So that is why it is extremely important to get your eyes checked by optometrists, as what mentioned by Mariam as well. Sometimes we may be able to pick up an early sign of any eye diseases, because seeing clearly doesn't mean that your eyes are very healthy. And also a magic number that we always hear, that is a 20-20-20 rule. And even Jacinta has mentioned that we have to rest our body. That means we have to move after 20 to 30 minutes. So ideally, after 20 minutes, we don't just rest our eyes, we are resting our body as well. So as I'm speaking to you, we are now live by about 20 minutes. So I believe even if you're in front of the screen, you can, stand up, flex yourself a bit to give yourself a little break, okay? But do still listen to what we're going to share. So since Mariam, she was talking about, some solution including blue light filtering lenses. So Clarissa, I would like to ask you, what actually are blue light filtering lenses?
Thanks, Anna. Good question. But first, let me explain about what blue light actually is. So blue light is a portion of the electromagnetic spectrum with wavelengths between 380 to 500 nanometers. And this blue portion of the visible spectrum is also known as high energy visible light. So blue light is actually everywhere. So we get most of our natural blue light exposure from the sun. And other common sources of blue light include our digital devices like television screens, mobile phones, our computers, our e-readers. So they all provide artificial blue light. So apart from our digital devices, we have LED or fluorescent light bulbs that also produce artificial light, blue light. But it is important not to block all blue light. So our body uses blue light from the sun to regulate our body clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. So this helps us to stay awake during the day and to go to sleep at night. So during daytime, blue light also helps to boost our energy and alertness, and it helps to elevate our moods and increase our overall well-being. Okay, that being said, harmful blue light is thought to be one of the causes of digital eye strain. And prolonged usage of our digital devices has increased a person's exposure to harmful blue light, which may cause digital eye strain and disrupted sleep patterns. So a good thing to bear in mind is if you get blue light blocking lenses, you should make sure that these lenses filter out the harmful blue light and allow beneficial blue light to enter the eye. So you can find products like UV blue from Kodak's lenses, and they also have photochromatic lenses like Kodak's Evo Blue lenses. And these lenses help to keep our eyes protected and keep clear indoors, and they are darkened when exposed to sunlight. And these are ideal for all spectacle wearers, including our young adults, children, and protects our eyes from direct UV rays from the sun, as well as harmful blue light from our digital devices and indoor lights.
Wow, okay. So blue light, they were actually the harmful one and the good one. So we get most of it from the sun and we want it. It's just like it makes us awake, just like, how we need to drink coffee in the morning to make us like really awake. But once we block too much of it, I believe if we block too much of the good blue light, we might feel a bit sleepy. So that is when blue light filtering lenses are not just any lens that blocks away blue light, but many companies, for example, Kodak here, they made it based on research. So they know how to block away the harmful ones and allows the good one to enter our eyes, and our body needs them. So it is very important to speak to your optometrist about that as well. So Clarissa, on top of that, about anti-fatigue lenses, which Mariam has mentioned, can you tell us a little bit more about that and how that could help with a person's digital eye strain?
Yeah, definitely. And I think the topic on anti-fatigue lenses, I think it's up and coming. And So to start off with, maybe let me explain a bit about the normal lenses that we get. So normally when we get the single vision lenses, so these lenses are corrected for our distance vision. So it's to see far, right? So when we see far, our eye muscles, also known as ciliary muscles, they are in a very relaxed state. Okay, so when we use our digital devices, which we are viewing at a closer distance and for an extended time, our eye muscles now are in a state of contraction. So they are working hard, right? So this is also known as accommodation. So over time, this can cause eye fatigue and eye stress. So then this affects us more, especially with the variable distances that we're working with, the smaller pixelated characters on our screens, and our eyes have to focus more intensively and repeatedly as well. So with advanced single vision lenses, also known as the anti-fatigue lenses, so these lenses are more suited for our digital devices, and the power-up lenses from Kodak helps to reduce the need for accommodation and symptoms of eye muscle fatigue. So how these lenses work is that on your usual glasses, okay, so we have designed a boost area at the bottom part of the lens. So what this boost area means is that a small, carefully created addition power, a plus power, is digitally designed into the lens surface. All right. And with that plus power, it helps our eyes to relax, especially when we are looking near, because we are looking down. So when we look downwards here, it helps us to relax our eyes. And these lenses are also suited for those who regularly use digital devices and don't have a prescription for far. The boost will work in the same way as well. I hope that clears up.
Yeah, thanks, Clarissa. Wow, I think I will need the boost, like in the morning or whenever lunchtime I'm tired, I need a boost with caffeine. So,
Like a coffee.
yes, exactly. So, yeah, I think we all need a boost. Okay. But, Clarissa, again, one question. Why is it really important? Because now that, like what Mariam has mentioned earlier, people get blue filtering lenses online. It seems to be everywhere. But why is it really important to get our spectacles, especially those blue light filtering lenses, prescribed by an optometrist?
The end part is the most important thing. So getting it prescribed by your optometrist. So, as we all want clear, sharp vision, and we know that when we wear an eyewear, it is a necessity to have clear, sharp vision. And there are additional benefits that lenses can bring as well. And it may be as easy to buy blue light lenses, just by simply a click of the button, you search them online. But we need to be cautious and only purchase them from a reliable source. We want to ensure that the blue light lenses that you are getting blocks out the harmful blue light and allows the beneficial blue light to pass through. So we must also bear in mind that not all lenses are created equal. So do your research, spend a bit more time, and it helps to reduce the frustration along the way. How I always see is that we are always chasing for the best and premium products nowadays. We want to get the newest model of our mobile phones, for example. So why are we not offering the same for our eyes? So our eyes are actually the main source of using these products. And going to your optometrist, they would be able to explain the best products available. So when they offer a trusted brand like Kodak, you would be more confident in your purchasing decision. And also, while your next aim would be to get an anti-fatigue or blue filter lenses from your optometrist, you can also take the chance to schedule an eye examination and to update your prescription from these professionals during your visit as well.
Okay, thanks, Clarissa. Yeah, I agree with you that not all lenses are created equal. As well as we spend money in our gadgets, even smartphone. Whenever there's new one, you will see people queuing up getting the latest one. But if you don't protect your eyes and you're straining your eyes, to be honest, you don't enjoy even the latest, the most expensive gadget as well. So why not spend a little bit more by by getting a good pair of glasses, and it helps to solve your digital eye strain. So wouldn't that be the best of both worlds? Okay?
Definitely,
So
yes.
yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, take your phone Okay, and do a selfie that you are watching this live public forum, because stay tuned, I have something exciting for you later so that you can use this photo for something really, really interesting. And also don't forget to share this with your friends if you find this very beneficial for you. And for all the employers, because it is proven that digital eye strain could also reduce a person's productivity and efficiency at work. So that is when you don't want your staff to be suffering from digital eye strain and make your eyes really, really tired. So this public forum is the exact one for you. Okay, so now we know what would be the best solution for our eyes, by visiting your optometrist, what would be the right lenses for you, and what are the importance. But we would also like to know from Jacinta, okay, what would be, if there's any exercise or massages that we can do at home in order to prevent all these to happen, like muscle tension. So let us flex together with Jacinta.
Good questions, Anna. So I personally like to do some massage on my neck and shoulder as well. So what you can do is you can put your hand around your neck and you have your fingers wrapping from the side to the back of your neck. You can go with circular motions with your finger like this to give your neck a good massage. When this massage, it is moving your fingers around your neck. This massage is not only restricted to just your neck, you can actually move it down, but it will be more convenient for you to put your arm across the other side and work it in the opposite side. If you are using the same arm on the same side, it's very awkward. You might have shoulder or arm discomfort. Right? So you can do it the same way in a circular motion. And sometimes you might find that your neck or shoulder have really tight knots. So it's okay to just press down firmly over the tight knots for a while. Hold it for about 10-15 seconds or until you feel it's more comfortable now to let go, then you can let go of your hand. So I always advise people that you don't have to massage it when you feel discomfort. Now that we are all spending long hours in front of the computer for work or maybe watching a drama, so even without neck discomfort, you can actually relax your neck by doing this when your palms are not occupied and your eyes are still looking at the screen. Right. However, what is more important than the massage will be stretching actually. Stretching helps you to relieve muscle tensions more effective than massage. So let's try two stretches here. Now, the first stretch, what you can do is you can put your left hand over the top of your head and you are going to take your head towards, stretch it towards the left side. And you should feel a stretch coming through from the neck to the right shoulder. So you can hold it here for 10 seconds. So let's hold it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's do it on the other side. You can stretch across now towards your right and hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the center. Now the second stretch will be turning to one side. So let's try turning towards your right first. So turn all the way towards your right side and use your right hand to gently stretch your neck towards the right shoulder and hold it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now let's try the left side. So turn all the way to your left and hold it towards the end and hold that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we come back to the center. So these are the two general stretches that is very helpful for you to relax your muscle. As and when you are free, when you get a 15-minute break from your workstations, away from the screen for your eye break, you can always do this, or even during the meeting, online Zoom meeting, or any meeting platform, when you are having your camera off, this is a good chance for you to stretch out your neck. I always advise my client, even when you are stuck in a traffic jam, in front of traffic light, do it. You don't have to find specific time to do it actually.
Okay, thank you so much, Jacinta. It was a really good stretching and exercise, and I believe everyone in front, in our audience, are doing it together with us. But if you forgot how to do it, don't worry. This session will always be up in our social media, and you can always watch it again and again and again. So, like we mentioned earlier, it's the 20-20-20 rule. So, when you're taking a break from your screen, do all these stretches that Jacinta has mentioned. The 20 seconds has gone by. So I believe after today's session, all of you who's watching, and you will be doing this when you're back in the office, or even when you are, say, you're in your car, you're stuck in the jam, or when you're watching TV. So let's make this a national movement. Let's do this together because it is good for our muscles and it's good to take a break from for our eyes from away from the screen. So this evening, I would like to say thank you very much to all our speakers this evening because of your very, very insightful thought and your sharing about today's session. And I would like to ask all of you to share a few tips or the take-home message to all the audience today before we close today's session. So, Mariam, would you like to share with us what would be the most important thing? What is tips to prevent digital eye strain?
Okay, thank you Anna. So first, jumpa optometris setahun sekali untuk dapatkan pemeriksaan mata lengkap. Second, follow 2020 rules, magic number tadi, 2020 rules ingat. Adjust digital habit, besarkan font, lighting, glaring semua. And paling penting, sit less and play more. Jangan duduk je, keluar pergi bermain dan exercise. That's all.
Thank you, Mariam. Yes, I love it when you say, go out, play more. Yeah, so we always have to, like, when I was in uni, they always say study smart, not study hard. So it's the same, when we have to, go out, play more, because it protects our eyes. And even if you have joined us during our last session, outdoor times is also very important for kids. It would also help them to reduce the increment of their short-sighted. Okay. Secondly, I would like to ask Clarissa, what would be the take-home message for our audience today?
Yes, sure. Like what Miriam said, I totally agree with that. Get out more, and yeah, at the end of the day, I think the best thing would still be cutting down our screen time. To prevent our digital eye strain and disruption of our circadian rhythm. I know it's very hard. It's quite unavoidable for us. We are always surfing the internet, checking our social media feeds, or binge watching the latest drama, and that is our leisure time. So I would want to advise, my main advice is to protect our eyes, give our eyes the ultimate protection. So be it indoors or outdoors, there is a codec solution that improves visual performance, help to protect our eyes against glare, harmful blue, and harmful UV light as well. So I hope this helps to bridge the gap between the educating and the awareness when it comes to the wide range of solutions offered.
Thank you, Clarissa. And last but not least, Jacinta, what will be the take-home message to all our audience today?
So I'll leave the audience with 3 key messages to take home. Number 1, try to have your workstation set up ergonomically. Number 2, move around as regular as possible. Every 20 minutes will be ideal. And number 3, stretch often throughout the day. So that should keep the musculoskeletal neck, shoulder pain away from you.
Thanks, Jacinta. So these 3 points are really easy to remember. So we have to, the ergonomics, we have to move, stretch often, and, sit less, play more. That's my favorite for today. Thank you very much to all speakers for sharing your knowledge. And it is true that most of us, regardless children, ourselves, our parents, or even grandparents, they also use digital devices and they at least own one gadget like smartphone. Some of us may even have more than one smartphone. So that is where, digital eye strain could be happening to us anytime, but we must know how to protect ourselves. And also recent studies show that 85% of Malaysians are internet users. So you, everyone out there, we have to protect our eyes. it is nothing that to be taken lightly. And our dependency of it is increasing over the years. I don't see that it will reduce, but because we are smart, when we're using all these smart devices, smartphone, we have to be smart in order to know how to protect our eyes as well. Okay, so remember, if in doubt anything about your eyes, always visit your friendly optometrist. Visit your optometrist yearly, even if you think your eyes are okay. It's just like how many of you will go for a blood test every year. So you wouldn't know if there's anything happen to your body. And it's similarly when you visit your optometrist, just to find out what is the status of your eye health, because it is extremely important to pick up any early signs of any eye diseases or eye problem, including digital eye strain, not just yourself, but also your children as well, and your parents and grandparents. So eye check is really very important because the eye is the second most complicated organ after our brain. So a lot of things happen to it. It's often irreversible. And also, if you have any muscle or joint pain, you could also see a physiotherapist like Jacinta, and they could help you with it. Like I myself, I have benefited from it as well. Okay. And remember, early on, I asked you to take a picture. Okay. When you are watching this live public forum, it is because we have a few very exciting announcements. Number one, we have an Instagram challenge where you have a chance to win a 600 ringgit worth of neck massager. So what you're going to do is you just follow our AMO Instagram, that is Optometry Malaysia, or you can simply just like our Facebook page, follow, and then upload a picture of yourself, the one that you took earlier, or a picture of your good work days ergonomics, or where you are attending online classes, or for example, when you're working, okay, as well as when you visit your optometrist, you can selfie with your optometrist, take a picture of your kid, your grandparents who are having an eye test by the optometrist. So you upload that post. It can be a video or a still photo, and you tag our social media, that is Instagram, Optometry Malaysia, or our app or Facebook, including the hashtag NEHA, NEHA 2021, as well as Kodak Lens MY, KODAK LENS MY. So here's your chance to win this neck massager worth 600 ringgit. It is easy peasy, and don't forget to upload. And this contest will be a weekly challenge. So we will be announcing the challenge in early November. So this is the first one. And secondly, we have also another very exciting, challenging, and competitive but fun at the same time. That is our virtual treasure hunt. Treasure hunt is something that I used to enjoy when I was younger, and it is something fun. If you are looking for something educational to play with your friends, your family, your children, come and join us. This is a team challenge from 2 to 4%, and you and your team could win up to 1,500 cash prize. So we are giving prizes up to 303 participants. So here's your chance. And on top of that, it was just being announced not too long ago, there will be lucky draw where you can win sunglasses worth 1,200 ringgit, or even frames, and there will be lucky draw for you. Okay, so be sure not to miss out this virtual treasure hunt. Information how to participate with this hunt, go to AMO Facebook page or our Instagram page. All the information and registration link is there. And last but not least, save the date. Next week, this time, we have a date with you. That is, it will be another and our last live public forum. That is it safe to wear contact lenses during the pandemic? So regardless of who, or even if you're interested to wear contact lenses, of your friends, your family, whoever's wearing contact lenses related to this topic, join this session. So save the date next week, same time, and we'll see you here. So ladies and gentlemen, It was a really wonderful session with all our speakers today. I myself have learned a lot, and I believe it has benefited all of you. So let us put our hands together to thanks to all our speakers, as well as NEHA 2021 and all our sponsors for supporting our event. Okay, so everyone stay safe and remember to take care of your eyes. 2020 rule. The magic number is 20 20 20. Okay, and the perfect vision 2020 vision. All right, so that's me sign off as your moderator this evening, and we will see you again next week.